Friends, welcome back to my channel Sato Rocks. Let's continue reading the story of the Mahabharata. Sons of Gandhari. Gandhari had 100 sons, starting from Duryodhana and a daughter by the boon of Shiva. Dhritarashtra also had one more son, Yuyutsu, born of a Vaishya woman. The daughter of Dhritarashtra was named Dusala. She was given in marriage to Jayadratha, the king of Sindhu, in due course. The news of Duryodhana's birth was conveyed to Bhishma and the wise Vidura. As soon as Duryodhana was born, he began to bray like an ass. Hearing the cry, vultures, jackals and crows spontaneously cried. A strong and stormy gale lashed the scene and fire broke out in various spots. Vidura foresaw that these were inauspicious omens which predicted the destruction of the whole of the Kaurava race. In order to avert the future calamity, he advised Dhritarashtra to do away with the child. Vidura said, "The wise say, for the sake of the family, one member can be abandoned, one family can be abandoned for the sake of the village, and one village for the sake of the community. And everything, even this world, may be abandoned for the sake of saving the soul. My advice to you is to abandon this child who spells ruin to this world." Dhritarashtra would not agree. He was not prepared to lose Duryodhana, his eldest son. He was very much attached to his firstborn and never gave weight to the warnings given with the best of intentions by the wise Vidura. Pandu is cursed. One day, while Pandu was roaming about in the forest, he saw a stag playing with his doe. Pandu hit the stag with 5 arrows, and lo! What Pandu thought of as a stag was unfortunately a human being, a great ascetic, the son of Rishi Kardama. His companion was his wife in doe form. The Rishi, who was fatally wounded by Pandu's arrows, cursed the king that the god of death would soon avenge him. Accordingly, the king died within a short time, but before that he had begotten 5 children, 3 by Kunti and 2 by Madri. Sage Durvasa gave a mantra to Kunti earlier. When the mantra is invoked on any deity, with the blessings of the deity, she could beget a child. Before marriage, she invoked the mantra on the sun god and begot Karna. For obvious reasons, she had to abandon him at his very birth. The baby fell, as we have seen, into the hands of Atirada, belonging to the caste of charioteers. Birth of the Pandavas. The sons of Pandu came to be known as Pandavas. They were all born by the mantra given to Kunti by Durvasa. The eldest, born through the invocation of God, Dharmaraja, came to be known as Yudhishthira and also as Dharmaputra. The first name means one firm in battle, and the second, the perfect image of righteousness. The second son, born because of the blessings of Vayu, the wind god, was named Bhima, which means the huge and mighty. Later, he came to be as Dikodara, the wolf-bellied, indicative of his insatiable hunger for food. As an infant, he rolled from his mother's lap and fell on a block of stone below. His body was so hard and mighty that the stone broke into pieces. Bhima and Duryodhana were born on the same day. The third son born to Pandu and Trita was the mighty hero and bowman Arjuna, with valor enough to conquer the entire world. He was born by the power of the mantra which Prita invoked on Indra. The last of the Pandavas to be born were to Madri, who was taught by Kunti to invoke the pair of gods, the Ashwini Kumaras. Madri thus got a pair of children known as Nakula and Sahadeva. These five came to be known in the epic of Mahabharata as the Pandavas and the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra as Kauravas. That's it for now. The remaining story will be uploaded in the upcoming episode. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel Satu Rocks.